grand tour. Take the grand tour, grand tour. Take the grand tour, grand tour. GT.
I love Dragon Ball GT. I know, calm down. Burn them at the stake, they say, burn them at the stake, they said. Since the Dragon Ball manga ended and the Dragon Ball Z anime was about to end soon, the studio Toei Animations, they realized that, they need to pump something out fast, They didn't have One Piece at the time, you know what I'm saying? So they needed to make some extra quick bucks. So, with permission of Akira Toriyama, Dragon Ball GT was born. Dragon Ball GT is mixed upon Dragon Ball fans. Some love it and some absolutely hate it. And I'm one of the people that love it. People don't like it because, it's not canon to the source material from the manga, or because they generally think that the story is already being stretched out for no reason, you know what I'm saying? After all, it is what it is, it's just Toei Animation trying to get some extra money, just trying to add a little special story for the Dragon Ball anime. I love Dragon Ball for what it is, including GT, no matter the flaws. I will call out some flaws, but that's a time for a different video. But the biggest flaw that I am actually going to call for this video is the game, Dragon Ball GT Final Bout. Or at least that's what it's called in North America. In Japan and the European regions, the game is simply titled Dragon Ball Final Bout, no GT. The game was released in 1997 for the PS1 in all regions, North America, European regions, and Japan, right? The thing is, in North America, we didn't get the GT anime until 2003. So why they decided to call the American version GT when the other countries didn't is kind of weird. They have no reason to. For Japan and Europe, it would make sense because GT was actually airing on TV at the time, but North America has no reason. If anything, it would have made more sense just to add the Z because, Z was actually starting in America just around that same year. This is where I should also mention that Dragon Ball GT Final Bout is the first Dragon Ball game to be released in America. That's only half correct. Let me explain. What if I told you Dragon Ball GT Final Bout was the first Dragon Ball game to release in America under the Dragon Ball name? The first Dragon Ball game in general to release in America is called Dragon Power, released for the NES in about 1986. In Japan, it's called Dragon Ball Shadow no Nazo. It's basically the same thing, just the Dragon Ball properties taken out of it. So instead of Dragon Ball, it's called like Crystal Balls or Crystal Orbs or something like that. Of course, there's censorship, and they reworked the sprites. So there's no Goku, no Bulma, no Yamcha, no Master Roshi. They're all completely like different characters, but you can tell in their sprites who's who. So yeah, ever since 1986, Dragon Ball has technically been in America if you really think about it, but once again, Dragon Ball GT is the first game to actually be called Dragon Ball in North America, so that's why people like to call that the first Dragon Ball game to release in America. But Dragon Power is a video for another time. I'm not talking about that, I'm talking about Final Balance for the PS1, okay? So I booted it up with Ricky Red Falco. We just like to play Dragon Ball games together sometimes, and it was an experience, Is it worse than DBZ Sagas? The video that I made last time. Y'all should go check out that video. That's what we're here to discuss today. God, this animation looks so old. Oh my god. I need to see an HQ version of this. Okay.
Whoa, where's that from?
I mean, the shots is kind of cool though.
Whoa.
Damn. That's so funny, bro. Most of the niggas who watch Dragon Ball by this time, bro, they don't even know that's Gohan. They wondering who this nigga is. They'll probably think that's Yamcha or some shit.
They all do look the same.
Exactly. They're probably wondering who this. They probably think these are game original characters, bro. The poor Americans who got this game way too early. They could have done Ultimate Battle 22. Well, then again, also that was also far as well. We got Pan now. Niggas don't even know that's his granddaughter.
And that stupid dog, bro. That dog's still here.
God, it looks so old. Oh my god.
This is Pete Jack Dragon Ball animation right here.
Yep. Upon starting the game, you'll see there's an intro, a fully originally animated intro for the game, which is actually pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. You have all the characters: Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, Cell show up, Boo and Frieza. They make some clean ass entrances. You got Boo out here making a whole Sailor Moon entrance. It's funny how they show him in his Super Boo form, even though you don't get to play as Super Boo, you get to play as Kid Boo. But I mean, he does transition to Kid Boo though, so there was really no point in showing Super Boo. But it is what it is, niggas just trying to flex. The Japanese and the European version of the game are overall the same, so The Japanese version, they have its own original music with like lyrics and shit, and the American release has a different soundtrack, just like how they did with the anime in the early days. So once you finish the intro, you have your battle options. You have battle, tournament, build up mode, which will also have the training and all that involved. Nothing too crazy. There's about 3 different control types. You got type A, type B, type C. I like to go with type B just because it's, you know, closer to Budokai Tenkaichi, which is what I've been playing recently for Sparking Zero. You know, you got the circle, which is the guard, and you got kick and punch, you know, X and square, which is nothing too crazy. You got triangle to throw your key blast and shit like that. So, you know, I like to stick to type B for my gameplay. We're going to be going through the modes one by one, so of course we've got to start with battle mode. There's going to be man versus com and man versus man. When you play man versus com, that puts you in an automatic arcade mode. And then here we have the roster. It's nothing too crazy, you know what I'm saying? We got the cast. We got Goku, Pan, Kid Goku, Trunks, Super Saiyan Vegeta, Gohan, Cell, Kid Buu, Frieza, and Piccolo. However, let me give you a little cheat code real quick, a little secret, right? So, upon the title screen, right, where you see Goku, the GT Final Bout screen, there's a secret code that you can input, which is right, left, down, up, okay? If you once you press start, you will now have options to Super Saiyan Goku, Super Saiyan Goku again, Super Saiyan Trunks, Super Saiyan Vegito, Super Saiyan Kid Goku, and Super Saiyan Trunks. Bro, so far we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, technically 6 Gokus already. Holy shit. However, if you did that same input before you press start, you can press triangle 5 or 9 times and then press square 9 times and you'll hear another ring, press start, and boom, you unlock Super Saiyan 4 Goku. That will put you at 7 Gokus. 7 fucking Gokus in the characters roster. No Krillins, no Tiens, no Yamchas, no Nappas, no Ginyu Force niggas, no Android niggas. No, we have so many slots. Almost half of the slots are taken up by Gokus, which is absolutely crazy. Once you select your characters, you're immediately given an opponent, and they have some strange voices.
You seem happy.
Ah, hurry up and show me your real strength.
You can't beat me. I can tell without fighting you. You should know more than anyone else that you can't defeat me. All right now!
All right, I'm gonna win for sure.
You're gonna give it all you got from the start, huh? I'm not so easy. Now, should I clean the trash of the universe?
Now, once again, this is when the game came out, just around the time the Dragon Ball Z anime came out, and Funimation wasn't really included in Dragon Ball GT Final Bout, at least from what I've seen. So we have completely different voice actors. No Ocean Group, no Funimation. These are uncredited voice actors. If you know any of the names, please let me know. But some of them are just strange to me. Like, we have Cell, which I think Cell sounds cool, you know what I'm saying? It's Cell, you can't really mess that up. But we have like Goku. Goku sounds like his Ocean voice, so I can't really complain. But then we have shit like Frieza and Trunks and shit that just doesn't sound right to me. This is when we get to the gameplay. It's yeah, I don't know how to say it. It's ass. Just ass. Oh my god. Wait, what even are the controls anyway?
I have no idea. Okay.
Is there sidestepping?
So,
Oh shit.
why is it? How do you?
I know they're sidestepping. Whoa, this is the jump. Why do you turn like that? Ew! Remember how I said that you can go to the control settings and there's different controller types? Listen, those in itself is fine, but it's how the characters move that just makes it almost unplayable to a certain extent. For one, everybody just moves slow, and the dashing is just not really good. They'll tell you the button is dash, but you're not really dashing for real. It's really just helping you move up and down and shit like that. For whatever fucking reason, yo, these were people who have video game experience, bro. They went to college. They went to a class where they get to make video games and shit, and they got to a studio where they get to make video games for a multi-million franchise, and they just fuck shit up. So there's a thing where if one opponent like gets behind the other opponent, for whatever reason, you have a full animation, like a 3-second animation for you to turn around to face your opponent, which is horrible. You can't attack, no kind of sidestepping of any kind. It's so bad. Everything is just fucking slow in this game, man. It's just not good to look at. And for whatever reason, like when you throw Key Blast and when it lands, or when you do like certain things, the camera shots is weird. Like it zooms in to the nigga that's getting hit, so you can't see yourself once you throw that Key Blast, which is so weird. I don't know why they made it like that. I don't know if they did it for cinematic purposes like that, but there's literally no reason they had to do it. They literally could have just left that out, because why am I shooting Key Blast at the nigga and now you're only showing me that nigga? I still can't see myself, so I don't know what I'm gonna follow up with. Specials aren't really entirely hard to pull off, though. I mean, if you have patience and you get the timing right, you can pull off a special pretty easily. And then if the other opponent pulls off a special too, then you can get to do it like a beam clash, like a Budokai Tenkaichi. For me, I just spam triangle because I know that's the key button, so I was just spamming that bitch. And I get them. But it's cool. They turn the camera around a little bit. No special effects, however, so it is kind of worn down a little bit. It does kind of suck. I mean, it's still cool that they kind of included something like that. You defeat a couple fights. I forgot how many. I think about 8 or 10. No more than 10, most likely. You are going to go against Super Baby.
I'll destroy all the Saiyans!
Super Baby, let's go, nigga. Man, come on, son. Now, it is a PS1 game. It took a little long for it to load up, but I'm not gonna blame it on the game. PS1 games did take a while to load back in the day, but when I did have to fight him again, it loaded up rather fast this time. I don't know, maybe everything was already loaded up by that time, so hey, I don't know, you tell me. Why is it taking so long to load? Nigga. Oh, there we go. What the fuck?
Boy, ain't no fucking way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Yeah, no, this nigga's fucking huge. If you want to see his whole model, you gotta really back up for real. The fight's not too hard though, but like when he throws like Key Blast and shit like that, it can take off a lot of health. But as long as you avoid it, you're really good. It's better if you just jump and do some kind of like roundhouse kick to his fucking face, like in the air. Don't really try and aim from the bottom; it's more difficult. Attacks just won't go through, so just jump up, hit him in his face, and you'll get your attacks and you'll be good. He's really not that hard for real. Upon doing some research, you'll find that Dragon Ball GT came out shortly after the Baby Saga ended. So, and the Super 17 saga just started. So, there was not really much you could get out of it for real too. Depending on how game development works like that. So don't be expecting to play a Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, no Omega Shenron, no Super 17. Once you beat the arcade mode, you get an ending. No character endings, I meant. You get credits is what I meant. But I mean the music is cool, and the Japanese version also has its own version as well. You basically have the bass rocker just casually showing up on the screen, and then it ends off with Cell saying right in the middle like the badass that he is. Once you do that, that's pretty much it for real. That's the gameplay. You have tournament mode, which is your basic tournament, and then you have build-up battles. What I think it is that you're supposed to train with your characters. You use memory cards to kind of save the data of like the characters you're training with. In concept is cool, but I mean it's not really interesting. You can only use your characters that you level up for build-up battles. You can't use it in arcade. You can't use it in regular matches and shit like that. So it kind of sucks, but then again, it has its own build-up mode too, where you actually get to fight each other with your niggas. You know what I'm saying? If you guys train together, now y'all got y'all memory cards. Put the shit in the console. Play your shit. Or whoever got level 99 go against level 50. It seems cool. But now it's 2024, so I don't give a fuck about that, bro. We training for Sparking Zero. Other than that, ultimately everything's the same. Like fights are the fights. It basically just plays like an arcade. There's nothing grand. It's just how the gameplay. It's honestly the gameplay. That's what it is that makes it so poor. But then again, that is why I'm reviewing it, because the gameplay is shit, you know what I'm saying? Everything else is great. I mean, the music is actually really good. The American version has its own soundtrack. It sounds good. The animations are cool. I mean, the animations are okay. Let me run that back. I'm sorry. The animations are cool in some instances, but not all the time because of the slow movement when it comes to actually making actions and shit like that. It's bad, but when you connect hits though, you can see the animations. It actually gets fast paced. It takes a lot of patience to enjoy this game to just a little extent. You know, if you get off, you're just not gonna enjoy it. But I mean, if you just go and play it, if you're already accepting it as a shitty game and just playing it just for the fun of it, then hey, bro, go ahead, bro. You are enjoying it. I did kind of enjoy it a little bit, bro. I was pulling off some moves, so like low key, I was getting a little smile on my face. That was Dragon Ball GT Final Bout, or simply just called Dragon Ball Final Bout in Japan. Yeah, I said everything I needed to say. It is a pretty bad game though, but I honestly enjoyed it more than Dragon Ball Z Saga, so that's a good thing, am I right? This game would face a re-release though around 2004, 2003 once the anime actually started premiering in North America. However though, the Funimation tag is on it, you know, they see it on the box, but there are no differences that I could find. I couldn't even, when I put this up on the emulator, I couldn't even find the differences between the 1997 version and the 2004 version. Not even voice actors was changed, as if the fucking Funimation voice actors haven't been in the game for almost 10 years at this point. So the fact that they really released it, nothing, is kind of crazy. But it makes sense, you know, Dragon Ball was beginning to get really popular at the time, but so they were just pumping out Dragon Ball games, just any Dragon Ball game for real, starting from the PS1 era all the way to the PS2. Yeah, so it's crazy because the PS2 literally just dropped, so the fact that they re-released the PS1 game during the PS2 era is kind of crazy, especially for 2004. But I guess that's just them trying to make as much money as they can, you know what I'm saying? I mean, at that point, Dragon Ball fans was eating anything up, so they got it. The re-release of the game will have Super Saiyan for Goku, but if you ever see the first version of the game with Goku on it, just Goku alone, you know, base form and everything, that is the rare version of the game. So it's best if you see it somewhere and it's being sold for a good price, bro, you might as well just pick it up. You know, that's the most valuable version. It's the first version of the game. So I think go ahead, pick it up. Shit, I would, even though the game's ass, I'd pick it up myself. Even though the game's ass, it's not going to change how I feel about Dragon Ball GT. I really love Dragon Ball GT. I might watch that bitch again. I'm thinking that I might make a video about Dragon Ball GT, the anime, you know. But that'll be a video for a different time. Not on this channel though, because this is my gaming channel. But you know, maybe on my other channel, we'll see. But I really hope you guys did enjoy this. If you like playing shitty games and you like Dragon Ball, I say give Dragon Ball GT Final Bout a try. At least if you have patience. If you have patience, hey, you might do something with the game. Not gonna lie. Yeah, people say it's frustrating, but some people say that they can get some kind of enjoyment out of it after all. You know, just play with your friends, try and get used to the controls, figure out your timing, and you know, you're square. It's still ass, don't get me wrong. I mean, if you can make the best of your situation, you know, you can't really complain about anything for real. But I appreciate y'all watching the video. Let me know what game y'all would like for me to review next, and I'll catch y'all niggas later.